What is going on, guys? Rewinds here, and in this video I'm going to be bringing you guys my review for Boruto Manga Chapter 79. With this being as hype of a chapter as it was, I do apologize for not getting this up sooner. I had a lot of real life things come up back to back to back, so I had to shift my focus to that. So the only things I've really had time for when it comes to anything anime related or manga related recently is I had some time to read this chapter on the day it came out, as well as read Dragon Ball Super, and I got to check out the episode 292. But aside from that, I haven't had any time to really go around planning to make my videos or having any space at all to do that either. So, but we're here now. Let's talk about it. Chapter 79 was a pretty crazy one. It was titled Omnipotence, and there was a pretty cool solo cover for it too. I know I pointed that out in my spoilers video. I really liked that. Had to point that out again. So we pretty much had that chapter starting out with Boruto and Momoshiki talking a little bit, and then we had Shikamaru and the rest of the sensory team chasing after Kawaki. So we had a little bit of conversational stuff at the beginning. We even got to see a little bit of Shikadai, Chocho, and Inojin for a little. Then we had the interaction where we kind of get Konohamaru and Sasuke joining the hunt for Kawaki, but then we had the big moment where Mitsuki's like, "Oh, I'm gonna join here too. You take Boruto to the hospital, Sarada," because Mitsuki's pissed at this point. And pretty much what happened after that is that Mitsuki told Sarada, aside from he told Sarada to take care of Boruto and that he's gonna join the hunt, and he doesn't know what he would do. We reference back to that with Sarada thinking back to Mitsuki thinking pretty much that he doesn't know how he would react if someone actually killed Boruto or tried to kill Boruto, like someone close like Kawaki, I guess, someone that he's aware of especially. So you could tell Mitsuki was really mad. But Boruto actually sent Sarada after Mitsuki, since it seemed like he lost his cool there, which he did. And then we got to a point where Kawaki is pretty much still on the run, and he's running out of chakra now, so he's almost pretty much doomed. If they caught him, it might be over for him. But lucky for Kawaki, he's got Ida. Ida was watching with her Senrigan. She ended up locating him, and she started flying his way, and Damon got left behind in that situation. Something else to mention also, big thing, is that Amado got in contact with Shikamaru, and he pretty much talked about how he has an emergency stop for Kawaki like he did for Delta. And that's huge news. It just shows you Amado's still hiding things that he's not revealing. And I feel like there's still more to come with Amado revealing stuff. I just don't know when they're gonna, show that out. But Shikamaru is not really complying with Amado's request here, because he says that Kawaki already crossed the line with what he did to Naruto, and that they won't spare him unless he surrenders completely. So that was the mentality going into it. So that only reaffirms to us as readers more that Kawaki is pretty much doomed. But then Ida reaches Kawaki, and she says that she'll protect him. Kawaki pretty much talks about how he just wants to protect Lord Seventh, of course, and how he doesn't really care about himself. And he pretty much talks about how he wants to silence the Otsutsuki and Momoshiki so that the village Naruto's protected up until this point is actually safe, and that Naruto himself is safe. Kawaki goes on, kind of like a rambling, questioning kind of spree about how much easier it would be to deal with this Boruto Otsutsuki problem if Boruto was not he wasn't the Hokage's direct son, rather him being a Hokage sibling, or rather him being an outsider like himself would have been better, is what he's saying. That way nobody would really mourn his death if Boruto were to die. That's pretty much what he was wishing for in this situation. That just shows you how badly he wants to protect Naruto in a sense, and just how much he hates the Otsutsuki. And yes, those desires seem like he cares about that more than caring about Boruto as a brother. That part I think a lot of us seem to understand now, and some people really don't like that. I definitely kind of understand it, but definitely gives you a reason to kind of dislike Kawaki too for taking it to such extremes. Um, I personally still like Boruto and Kawaki. Um, I really like how both of them are written, and I really feel like sometimes Kawaki is a bit overhated by like the really hardcore Boruto community, but when it comes to more of like, let's say, the uh, people that would watch Boruto on a regular basis but aren't super hardcore fans, I've seen they seem to like Kawaki more than Boruto. So it's been really interesting to see those stances and to see how some views have changed after this chapter. Aside from that, uh, what happens after is that Ida is pretty much trying to reaffirm him, and she ends up grabbing Kawaki by the face, and pretty much she started glowing, and then an aura surrounded her as if like a power was activated subconsciously. A huge light shot up to the sky. We had like a shockwave of something changing, so we knew something huge happened. We haven't seen like crazy stuff like this too often, like in Naruto or Boruto, with planetary changes like that. It happens, but it's not like an everyday occurrence, you know. Going on from there, we had some cool pages. I want to give credit to Ikimoto. He had some really nice art this chapter. Definitely feels like he's been stepping up his game as of recent. Um, and then pretty much Boruto, you know, was wondering what this light could be. Momoshiki was seen smirking at that time. The sensory team ended up finding Kawaki and Ida, but they didn't do anything. And that's when Ida realized something was wrong. And Shikamaru got informed about Kawaki. Uh, but he then senses Boruto and alerts the others about his location. So you know something's wrong. And then Momoshiki's just out here having a good time, asking Boruto how it feels to lose everything, and asking Boruto to, asking Boruto to run away as that only option if he wants to keep living. Boruto asks him to explain though what's going on. He didn't really do much of that. And then Sarada and Mitsuki actually reach Boruto first. Boruto and Sarada are pretty confused, but Mitsuki tells Sarada to step back, and he's in his sage mode, and he's ready to attack. He says, "You've pissed me off." And the sensory team is now informed not to let Boruto escape. And then we cut back over to Kawaki, where a sensory team guy is asking Kawaki what happened to the scar on his right eye, or what's happening to the scar on his eye. And Ida changes the topic right away, because I guess she knows by now what's going on. And she asks if they found Kawaki's dad yet. And they say no, but Boruto is responsible. So that's when everybody's reaffirmed for sure that, well, something has changed with history. Kawaki is now Naruto's official son. Kawaki Uzumaki is real, and Boruto is the outsider in this situation. He is accused of possibly killing Naruto. So then we have Mitsuki actually attacking Boruto. Boruto is not fighting back at all. He's just dodging, and Sarada is trying to calm Mitsuki down. Going on from there, you know, as Boruto's dodging, Momoshiki's kind of telling him the situation now after, you know, it's happened. Of course, classic Momoshiki style. He goes and tells him that everyone's after him now and that his only option really is to run away. And then he informs Boruto about Ida's true divine power, a power that she can't control herself, being omnipotence, and it's pretty much a divine technique within a divine technique. And Momoshiki said that this is a technique that was originally used by God while creating the world in general. So this is, you know, that just kind of reaffirms a little more that these Otsutsuki techniques are really divine techniques. And the crazy thing is, if this is what Ida is doing with this technique, can you imagine how OP Shibai used to be? I really wonder if Shibai is going to be a character that we do end up getting down the line. Maybe post time skip or something a little more involved, or if that's just there more for lore and kind of like a basis, because I don't know who would be able to stop an Otsutsuki god like that. I really don't. So pretty much though, this was activated because Ida's latent desire to protect Kawaki, and it resulted in the embodiment of what Kawaki's desire was. So pretty much, yeah, their positions have been reversed. Boruto is now on the run. or at least technically rogue at the moment because they think he killed Naruto, and Kawaki is in the clear. Also, something important to mention is that Kawaki tells Ida to tell Shikamaru that Lord 7th is actually dead and died by Boruto's hands. So he's framing Boruto here. Rather than even saying that Boruto had sealed him, he's saying that Boruto killed him. And that's definitely going to put him in a spot where if they catch him, they might more than likely so kill Boruto. So beyond that, Momoshiki just tells a little bit more about how mankind's memory has been tampered before with disability in the past. Only people really immune to it are Otsutsuki's, the caster, and in this case Sarada is one of the people he noticed was immune to it too, which he was a little puzzled about, it seemed like, but I'm sure we'll get more answers on that going down. There's also a lot of word going around that maybe Sasuke knows what's up too, because he gave Boruto his headband way back and he kind of gave it to him as a precaution in case something happened. So maybe Sasuke, even if his memory is tampered, maybe he'll be able to figure it out. Aside from that, I think Sumire might not be affected. There's a chance of that. But nobody else I can really think of off the top of my head. Oh, maybe Amado. Because Amado, if you guys look at that panel, the way Ikimoto drew it, it's like Amado's kind of looking like he knows what's up, or he kind of has an idea. So you guys could reference back to that as well. But pretty much we wrap up the chapter with Boruto being said to be an outsider, while Kawaki is now Kawaki Uzumaki. So the big question is what Boruto is going to do next chapter. Is he going to fight back? Is he going to run away? Are they going to capture him? What kind of route will they go? It really is exciting to think about because there really are a ton of routes they could go this time. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. But all in all, I love this chapter. It's just a streak that we've been on recently, especially the last 3 chapters of Boruto being insane. And I would say out of the last 5 chapters, 4 of them have been top tier. Chapter 76 was the one that was still a good chapter, but it was more like a setup, move along kind of chapter where they were showing Ida and all and began that room sharing mission a little more. But all in all, this is a 10 out of 10. We're just keeping it up. This might actually be the best chapter Boruto has given us. So we'll find out where they go from here next month. But that's going to wrap up this one. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new. Hope you guys have a good day or night whenever you guys are watching this video. I'm Rewinds, and I'm out.